Good evening all, how are we doing? Yeah, I made it, I'm alive, I think. I'm not knackered, I'm just a tiny bit rushed off my feet. I actually got to lay in today, which was nice and required. Definitely required. Cat was very well behaved, or she woke us up early, but she was quite nice about doing so. Instead of, well, apart from the bit where she jumped on my bladder just before I needed to get the loo, that nearly ended in a fountain of misery, to be honest. But other than that, she was very nice. Her policy of attempting to wake us up by settling down on the bed and snuggling is entirely acceptable. The part where she jumped on me, and yeah, that was not so great, but the rest of it was fine. And then, yeah, after she'd been fed, she left me alone for a couple of hours and then woke me up nicely again. I'm going to get some tissue and blow my nose, hang on. But yeah, on the whole, decent day. A decent start to the day, anyway. And then, yeah, a whole lot of stuff around the house, bits and pieces. Started my dinner because it was one of those that takes like 4 hours to cook, so started that. Then did my first part of my patch notes video. And yeah, after that, edited said video, got it online and everything, and yeah, here we are. Squeezed in about 15 minutes to eat my dinner. Busy old day. Looking at the patch notes, I'm going to have to make 3 videos on them, I think. At least. Well, yeah. I think I want to make more than that, but yeah, I need to do one on all of the perk card changes and one on all of the weapon and other balance changes and stuff. That one might be a little shorter, hopefully, because I'm not going to go through every single number on that. That would be insane. I'll leave that to people who are into numbers. I am not. So, yeah, that's going to be the next couple of days. We'll check out the fishing updates tomorrow. I'm a little concerned about one thing. I need to figure out before then what the hell's going on with perks and stuff, and adjust my build ahead of the stream, because I don't really want to do it on stream, so I've got to do that and make a video tomorrow. So that'll be a busy one. Yeah, and then Thursday we'll have the 3rd part up. Then Friday I will probably not have a video up, but I will be streaming. We'll be on Oblivion by then. Thursday, Friday. And on Saturday, hopefully Tainted Grail. But I'll also have a camp build up probably on Saturday. But I'll need Friday off so that I can slow down a little bit and actually get that camp video made. Yeah, busy. Still, it's good. I need that. Also, my portable camp video from the other day is absolutely storming along, which is really, really nice because my videos have not been doing so hot lately. It's not great, but that one is doing well, so happy days there. I don't need those. Those can go away. And let's get Atomfall going. So I got this... well, I sat down to check my updates and things at about 3 o'clock or so this afternoon. Yeah, about that. And... there was a Tainted Grail update. Atomfall's DLC was confirmed as out. And the 76 had its update. Thank you, Steam, for telling me about the major update to Fallout 76 that I have not in any way spent all fucking day making videos about. Yeah, I think I might know about that one. And to be honest, given the date, I could have told you several years ago that there was probably going to be an update today. Oh well. I couldn't have told you what it was, but there would be something I would have guessed today. Anyway. Oh, lordy. Evening, Noel. How's it going? A lot of folks need a break from 76. Probably true. It's kind of... A lot of people have an up and down thing anyway, because they blast through the season quickly and then they'll have a few weeks off and then so on and so forth. But I don't get that. I spread it out. But yeah, no matter what breaks people need or don't need, I need them to not take a break so that they can, you know, eat. So, all my DLCs are installed. Yeah, not too shabby now. Game sound, might we? So, Dr. Garrow is here in the interchange, and she was quite shocked when I got back. We broke her out of Skethermore prison and the protocol's base, and it turned out there was a back door to the interchange in there, which we don't really know where it is, but logic dictates it must be down here. I haven't been able to get in there. I'm kind of curious to see whether or not I can. I can't see from here, so I'm going to go and have a look, just out of idle curiosity. Yeah, opened Dr. Garrow's prison cell, and she fled down an access corridor to the interchange and locked the bloody door behind her, locking me in the prison after I'd released her. The backstabbing bitch. So I'm not liable to put a great deal of trust in her when she thanks me for getting her out of prison by leaving me in the prison and locking me there. Basically throwing me to the protocol wolves. But, yeah. My guess is she came out through there. Actually, everything's switched off in here. I can just go and stick my nose in, can't I? I don't know if there's now a gap over here or something, but I'm thinking that's probably where she came in. Well, it's all movement then. Anyway, it is what it is. And I did get her out with a view to finding out a bit more about this initial sample that Dr. What's-His-Face wants. That's under the church. But I haven't spoken to her yet. However, as it's DLC day, we're going to do that instead. I've just got a pop-up. Hang on a minute. I'm curious about what it might be. Let's have a look on my phone. Probably be unplugged by now. Discord, there you are. New phone. New case for my phone. It feels somewhat new. But when it's on a bit of a go slow, I'm reminded that in fact it is not a new phone. It's in fact an old phone. I'm particularly reminded around about the time it comes to charging it twice a day. PTS announcements. I need 76 announcements. Okay, so I guess I've got another video to make after the stream anyway. It's alright, it's only short, it won't take long. Anyway, yeah, we also got the second bank of computers up. I'm guessing the third one's here. Fourth one's there. Yeah, there we are, that makes sense. Right, well, we'll talk to Dr. Garrow another time, because I want to head to the Wicked Isle. Noise. Remember to warn you this time. How's it going, Blossom? You alright? See whether or not we get into trouble. I do know Wicked Isle starts somewhere in Skithermore Village. I don't know what other leads we're supposed to stumble across in order to trigger this event, though. Let's go and make sure I feel like I'm equipped to head there. Where did I say that? Did I say something else? Oh. You leave from Wyndham Village. Did I say Skithermore? I feel like I did. I don't know. So one of those. My brain is not exactly firing on all cylinders at the moment. To be honest, I think that's probably a pretty decent setup. Yep, I'm okay with that. Okay. Cool little animation, but where are the shells coming from? They're sort of just appearing into the back of my hand. Let's give this a go. I think that should be fine. Wyndham Village. Oh yeah, we found out the name of the sea lake that we're looking at here the other day, didn't we? Yesterday. It's basically functionally a loch, not a lake, which there aren't any in the Lake District, so there's another way in which it is fictional. But then Windscale is normally on the coast, and that ain't on the coast, that's obviously on the shore of a lake. Or, in this case, a loch, or an inlet, or something. But the loch is rather amusingly named after the village, which makes for an amusing play upon the name of a rather famous location in the Lake District. Because the lake is called Lake Wyndham here. That must be the malfunctioned robot. There's been an incident at the detention centre. Do you know report anybody you don't recognise? That basically amounts to, we've had a breakout. Wonder how that happened. Well, I've had something to do with me breaking in there. And letting literally every bugger out and massacring all of the soldiers in the building. Now then, where's the boat? I know we leave from the village, but I don't see no boat. Not on my fingernail there either. Hmm. Was a patch today. Huh. Windermere Grand Prix. Motorboat racing in August of 1955. Welcome to the 1955 Windermere Motorboat Grand Prix. This is the 4th year of competition after a wartime hiatus. There is every expectation it will be as exciting as its predecessors. Of course, this is the same. The course is the same as that first used in 1953, following the buoy path in the waters from Windham Village out by Midsummer Isle. Okay, so I haven't got the name right, but close enough. What have I? And around clockwise and then out towards the northern shore and back to the start. First to complete 25 laps is the winner. So we know the island is out that way. And we can infer this from the fact that you can see the ruins of the abbey from particularly the shore in Casterfell Woods. Inventory is full. Very sunken looking boat there.
It's a wonder we haven't all gone mad living like this.
Well, now I've got no bloody idea where the boat leaves from. Other than I know it's supposed to be here somewhere. Definitely got it installed because I spent long enough on it today. I feel like these boats weren't here originally. I think that attracted leeches, but I don't know. There's a lot more people hanging around here than I remember.
Hands away from any weapons, you.
Oh, shut up. Off back to the valleys, mate. Okay, that's interesting. No particular evidence as to who or what I'm looking for, and no sign of the boat currently even present. How you doing, Cal? You alright? You give off Liberty Prime vibes, those guys, don't they? The NPCs, so there's NPCs everywhere. Evening, Grey.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
Yes, that guy's attitude makes me want to shoot him. Who is this? Why can't you tell what you want from me? Don't patronise me. Who is this?
Much depends upon you continuing.
I'm guessing this is in reference to me opening up the new areas of the interchange. Folks around here aren't interested in being chatty. Or require access for an illegitimate reason. Well, we made a start, Gray. They shit ton to get through in those patch notes. At least a couple more videos on it. Must be somebody somewhere to talk to about this. Must not accidentally press takedown button. I'm glad they don't know it was me. Broke into Skitherville prison. I didn't leave any of their boys alive. Well, I left a load in their base outside alive, but I don't think they got a good look at me on the way out, so... NPCs, nobody's interested in chatting, though. Ooh, hello. A bit of a lag there. I feel like over there is a more likely departure point for the boat. I also think I saw something on the socials somewhere that involved leaving from just a plain bit of beach further away, but... So I might head up into the middle of the village and see if I can get any hints.
Don't be causing trouble, alright?
The site of the recent patrol robot malfunction is off limits to all citizens. Remember, radiation is the invisible killer.
You have to go and have a look, aren't I? Once I've quick saved it, anyway. But hear about this robot malfunction, and well. Yoink.
Attention! Prisoner Garrow has escaped from the detention facility. All citizens should be on the lookout for this dangerous malefactor. Be vigilant.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see her. She's not nuts. She'll stay underground if she's got a shred of sense.
Do as you're told, right?
I wonder if there might be anything on the sign there. Well, we're going to...
State of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could.
Report any unusual strangers to protocol forces immediately. Do you know that person?
Older, that's it, isn't it? Nothing noted there about about the DLC. You think it'd make it easier? Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? I know roughly that they did depart from somewhere down on the shore there, but it's still a bit vague. Remember that. See if Alf knows anything about it. You hear about the robot destroying the village?
Aye, we all heard the bang. Can't say I'm too sad about it neither.
You have a hand in it? Any idea who was responsible? What will happen now? Any idea who was responsible?
Someone brave, that's for sure. Takes a lot to stand up against the protocol, but the soldier boys should have expected something like this to happen. Even a worm will turn, eh? See you around. Welcome back. See you around.
He doesn't have anything to say, unfortunately. Yeah, something like that, guy. Wonder if that was ever going to load in for a second there. I'm going to stash this battery. Then I might pull a bit of a fast one. Because, yeah, I don't really want to wander around in circles wondering what the hell's going on for much longer. Mother Jago might be able to inform me. No, the Isle was home to the Druids, and she does have a relationship with them. I'm also not in a rush to go and chat to Mother Jago really right now, on account of her being nuts. So, give me a minute, I'm going to look something up. Let's do that. Interesting. Witcher 4 has been used as an Unreal tech demo for Unreal 5.6, which is interesting. I'll have a gander at that. It won't tell you anything about the game, just look what the R engine can do, demonstrated by CDPR. Anyway. What is it right now? That's what I want to say. Alright. Well, that's not very helpful. Bum. Yeah, that's not helpful. Ah, right, okay. Let's try that then. Apparently he's a bit temperamental about making his appearance, this fella. So, let's see what happens. There should just be a guy there. And he should just be waiting for me. So we'll run down the water's edge, see if he's there again. If he's not, we'll try the next thing.
Let's not have any trouble.
Yeah, maybe go all the way around that shrub. For what reason exactly? Still no sign from the look of it. So. See if this'll do it. As per what I was reading on Reddit. People have had issues with getting the guy to appear later on in the game. Somebody there. You stupid fucker. The rusty high power just fell out there and landed on the floor and died. Mass. Here we go. There he is. Mr. Anderson. We found it. Yeah, basically just need to go into the village, and if he isn't standing here, reload.
Look, I've
Save
not
and
much
reload.
time, and you're the sort I need. If you're after passage to the Isle, I can take you over there right now. But you have to promise you'll help once we get there.
Makes you think I can help? Do we know each other at the Isle? What are you talking about? The Isle? What are you talking about?
Really? You've not heard out? Don't suppose they talk about it much in Wyndham anymore. Sorry, in a bit of a flap, getting ahead of myself. Suppose an explanation's in order. The name's Bill. Bill Anderson. I'm just about the only bloke round here who knows these waters well enough to get you over to Midsummer Isle. There's something I need on that island, and I reckon if you come with, you might be able to help me find it. Don't fret, it'll be worth your while. There's plenty more to find on the island, if you know where to look.
Yeah, it's really hard to find your way over to the island. It's just over there. Getting there without getting shot, now that's harder. Which would suggest go at night, really. What do you need help finding? Why would I want to go? Can't find anyone else? And what are we waiting for? What do you need help finding?
Something I lost and need back, that's all. I'd say more, but, well, it's personal. Look, I'll tell you more when we reach the Isle, but we need to get moving before tides shift.
Give me a second, I'll think about it.
I'm begging you, don't walk away. I need your help.
Well, I'm not walking far away. Right.
Look, just come with me to the Isle, please. You'd be glad you did. Trust me.
I'll come with you.
Thank God. Knew you'd see sense. I'll make ready to cast off.
Yeah, he seems a little too desperate to be entirely on the up and up, but anyway. Now entering Midsummer Isle.
Here we are. Midsummer Isle. This here's the old fishing village. Been abandoned since the disaster. And up there on the hill are the ruins of the old abbey. Quite the sight, isn't it?
Sure is. Ow, my arm hurts. My left arm, though, so that's alright. There's the Atom Plant across from here. There's the island that blocks where Wyndham Village is. It's on the other side of the island. And that is Custerfell Woods over there. That's where you can see it better from here. Midsummer, there's going to be a murder here. Probably somebody in a wicker man, I should think.
You know, might sound strange, but it's good to be back. Here, before I forget, take this chart. Waters round here are dangerous, but this shows the safe routes back to Wyndham. You can use my boat, travel back and forth to the mainland as often as you like. I'm heading inland, once I've gathered a few of my things. I've made camp in an old cellar nearby. I'll wait there for you. Come and meet me and we'll get to business. Here, give me a map and I'll mark the location of my camp.
Yeah, so I can borrow his boat to get back if I need to. There was an old abbey here. You're not coming back to Wyndham with me. You said the village was abandoned. Where did everyone go? You said this village was abandoned?
Moved on, somewhere else. Don't know out more than that. I was on mainland when Atom Plant went pop.
Yeah, it's definitely Shakespeare references in there. There's also definitely the Wicker Man references as well. Kind of a nice little double meaning there, given that this place is full of druids, amongst other things. Did they find a way out of the Xion? The whole village disappeared and you don't know where to? They might just all be dead. Whole village disappeared and you don't know where to?
Chose to go. I'm not about to go looking for them. You won't find out nice if you do, trust me. Look, if you're really interested in digging around out here, those abbey ruins would likely be the best place to start. Here, I'll mark them on your map for you. Just keep your wits about you. Don't dig too deep, neither. Some of the stories about this place, the things they say about the old monks that lived here, but that's quite enough from me. No reason to let an old man's tales trouble you. Farewell, friend.
Into my murders.
Don't you
Never really
forget
watched
our
it.
agreement. Meet me at that cellar, aye?
Watched a little bit here and there, obviously. Can't avoid it to some degree. Ooh. But yeah, Atom Plant went pop, and this is hanging over, and yet nobody seems to mention that visual effect that has clearly been there for about 5 years. That's the weird thing. Oh, tis to me, anyway. We can get any more info out of him before we go.
I'll be heading off soon. Meet me in...
Abandoned village. So, we're here at the abandoned village. Marks the cellar hideout. Abbey ruins. And there's something else going on up there. Not massive, but I suspect there's going to be enough going on anyway. There was an update to Discord recently, and ever since I can't get the overlay to bugger off, and I keep getting notifications when I don't want them. I closed it earlier and it's still giving me bloody notifications. In streamer mode no longer activates automatically, despite the fact that it's supposed to do that when I open whenever OBS is running. Monastery at Midsummer. One from a history book. Midsummer Abbey, the ruins of which still cast a watchful eye over the island Lake Windham here. The abbey was constructed in 1204, remained an active monastery for over 400 years. A remarkable example of a site that survived the initial threat of dissolution, as ordered by Henry VIII in 1537. Local records suggest that the monastery might even have had its peak in the early 1600s before its abrupt abandonment not long after. The other weekend, when I went up to Leeds to go to the Doom event at the Royal Armouries, I also, while I was visiting my brother, checked out a ruined old monastery. It's up that way. There's a random factoid for you. Get it phone.
Welcome to Midsummer Island. Nice, isn't it? It isn't really. It's perfectly horrid. Tricky, but horrid. Lots of history, if that's your bag.
Looks like he's gargling.
Traps in the habits, things discovered, things hidden. Enjoy your visit. Try not to die.
Not to die. That's usually my approach to life. Arr. Was able to scroll down further on that note, was I? Didn't look like it was. He wants me to meet him in his cellar. Oh, a little more is known about the abbey and the monks that used to live here. The fate shrouded mystery. There we go. We did miss something, but it really doesn't matter much. I'm not sure it could actually matter less. Gollum got on the phone. It just sounds like he's got a mouthful of water. Now that we've crossed the lake and are on the island. The lighting's a bit weird. Just a bit weird with the bad weather and all. A creepy looking tree, isn't it? Ooh, there's something down there. Herbal tea, huh? Only kind of effective. Oh, it's a crafting material that goes in my inventory, not elsewhere. Infection dampener buff. Okay. Herbal infusion using local flora. Lowers heart rate increase. Seems any other type of tea. Change to the shotgun, damn it, when I press the button. I was pressing the bloody button for the shotgun. It was just like, nah. Rather annoying. I fucking sensed that it was about to happen just before it did, but it was too late by then. Now. Cutlass, you say? Pass. No idea. I've forgotten already. High damage, fast attack speed causes bleed. High damage, fast attack speed causes bleed. So it's the same as knife, but cooler. Not really a cutlass, it's more like a... It's too short for a cutlass, but it's not really the right size for anything else. Anyway. More else in better days. There's the pub. There's weird noises I can hear. Thank you, don't mind if I do. Those weird noises are really bloody huge rats. rats. Oof. Oops. Jesus, these rats are absolutely massacring me. Going so well. Where are they coming from? Clean them out, but I can't see any sign of where they're coming from. And I'm dead. Which is fine, as I feel like I was wasting my fucking time anyway. And resources. Yeah, need some Pied Piper around there. We're keeping that, is there? Bagpiper, yeah, bagpiper might be just as much use, yeah. Plague's Tale is a game I definitely need to play at some point. Okay, I know where I am.
What was that? This... I'm gonna cut you to pieces.
No, you're not. Firstly, you've got a club.
Help! I'm bleeding!
Secondly, that should not have happened. Send a message to your mates when they find you. Which is mostly, what the fuck do you think you're doing, man? Well, we are off to a ropey as fuck start. What? Pipes would scare off something like that. Not what they were invented to do, scare people off.
I can't look. I think it might have come from over here. Bastard!
Oh, fuck me. None of this is going the way it should.
Lots of history, if that's your bag. Chaps and habits, things discovered, things hidden. Enjoy your visit to
It's his fault.
Not to die.
They are not to everybody's taste, let's be honest then, mate. Yeah. Certainly were used in a concerted effort to be intimidating, and I'm pretty sure most animals would find them terrifying. I can't picture my cat being a big fan if I think about the idea. Right. Nice try. Thinks he's a fucking Jedi. Look at that motherfucker. He's big and mad now. No, I don't want to do that. That's how you wind up with fishy nuts. They do look cool though. Halfway between Milo Kings and Thames folk. A second there. Kick the shit out of this. No, not that. Oh, yeah, there you are. In luck, Discord might actually shut the fuck up this time. Third time's the charm. Right. So far you've got a dirty pillow, a coffee pot, a toothbrush and 2 ammo pouches. That's a good start there, Steve. I did alright to be fair when I was trying it on PTS. I may or may not have moved the goalpost somewhat since then though. I do not know. But look at this film, bitch.
Nice and slow now. Let's have it. You'll die here. Stay look. I'm bleeding.
I'm a little annoyed that I hit the kick button and it just didn't do anything for a while. It wasn't really a problem before. It just seems to have been. I don't know if this patch has added a bit more of a delay that they haven't mentioned to your ability to kick a dude, but it doesn't feel as responsive as it did before.
Back off, or there'll be trouble.
Be fucking trouble, alright.
Lower that weapon.
You've got a frustratingly sturdy skull. Dagon I can think of as the Mayrene's kind, and I'm pretty sure that's a bit different. That's who you're referring to. You got a load of fish as well. Yeah, that's one of the main ways to get the upgrades to the rod for sure. Buried in the soil, an angel. The monks knew they were with it too. I hear them all. A divine cacophony, a divine purpose. On a piece of paper with a druid symbol attached. Good deal. Unexplored cellar. Sunken City. Rings a bell, but I don't know quite what the deal with that is. Have a look. Working on a sequel. Cool. Yeah, the name rings a bell, but I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about it, other than I've heard the name. My brain is running Bioshock directions, though, which would not be a good thing. Not from my perspective, anyway. What a bad feeling about this. Peter, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. Becky knew it. At least you get enough time to get your gun out. They have a good grace to take a shotgun to the face in exactly the way they should do. Badly. The Hack Dirt one was definitely classic horror, if nothing else. Jesus, it's waist deep now. Well, at least my shotgun's still out. I don't like the fact that it's just a straight old shotgun with a nubbin on the end of it that doesn't even actually point where the crosshair is. Well, it matters. Technically speaking, that is effective enough, but light on a weapon that works the way a shotgun does in a video game. Weather. I wish I had a head torch. You get the feeling like I have not reached the end of nasty fishmen jumping out at me yet. I did sell a den key. Okay. Okay, back at the start. Why is that light pointing just there? It's making me suspicious. Kick that door in. I think I could probably sneeze that door in, to be honest. Reminds me, I actually had to kick my back gate today. Wind blew it shut behind me when I went to go and get the bin in. And it wedged and I couldn't get it open. I gave it a good boot. Broke the seal. A little concerned because I was home alone. I wasn't going to be able to get back in the front way. I hadn't been able to get back through the gate. With my own back gate, to be honest, guy. It was very, very me. I dragged the bin back to the gate, realised it was shut, and just stared at it, thinking I was in the wrong place for a minute. Then realised I wasn't, and just looked at it, gave it a push. Like, well, that's inconvenient. Then just stepped back and gave it a boot. And it just kind of dislodged itself. And then I carried on. It was very on brand. Gotcha. Well, the neighbours must have thought if they'd heard or seen any of that, may just stare at the gate going, that's inconvenient, and then just kicking fuck out of it. That's bloody weird. Well, they wouldn't be wrong. No space in my inventory, which is fine because I don't actually want to pick that up anyway. Drinking it for years. Never did like the taste of that old stuff. Sickly sweet, but musty, like damp. Seen enough to know that it does no good for those that drinks it either. Seen enough folks in their cups over the years. But this were different. Like they weren't in their right minds, not quite themselves. Damn stuff's not special, it's dangerous. This place has been drinking it for years. Now I'm the only one left. Training stimulant doing here? Nail bomb. To restore an eye onto health, it gives an infection dampener buff. See myself using that already, I've got to be honest. I'll find more. I'd rather have the nail bomb at this point. He is pinned back for trouble right now. Well, this is true. Again, it's the first time it's happened though. And to be honest, there's far fucking weirder noises that be heard out back than me just going, and then kicking a gate once. Ah, fuck. Some dickhead left a molly right where I could fall over it. I don't know how I didn't the first time, to be honest. I was coming that way. I don't think I did.
No sign of him.
Calm down.
Must have gone running.
No need for upset. Come on now. No point hiding.
Is that it? Did I scare him off?
Someone's bloody
Bollocks! Hey! Bloody... Careful! You won't get lucky twice. What the...
I
What?
don't think so. The longer you
Fight
hide,
for your
the
lives.
worse it'll be.
Fight harder!
For the love of God, can we please just put bullets where I'm pointing the damn gun?
Hey!
That was a close one, chum.
Fuck happened to my John Wick in these fuckers? Come on. Yeah, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. Standards are slipping apparently on Wicked Isle. Something's changed, or if I've just... Better. My ventilation notwithstanding. She had a stem. So they don't seem to be rats this time. Not complaining about, but okay. Right. One village explored. We go out this way. Also, the Abbey Ruins are supposed to be just over there. Wow, this place is just a bit weird. I do like that everything just looks like it's been drawn in with a biro. So you want to add additional details to your map, you grab a biro and just scribble them on there. This is an Assassin's Creed. Well, I wasn't so much going for that as get up on the roof and then just like go, where is he? Up here, motherfucker. Bang. That's kind of my my goal in life at that point in time, but it didn't really work. Give me Alice, my pen finds the words when my mouth cannot. I've never heard his voice, not really. If in my chapel, which we tended each day, I cannot hear the voice of the Lord, then why, from the ruins of the Abbey, can I still hear the bells toll? There's something evil in this island, something wrong. The ringing echoes in my skull. There was fire across the mere, and now there are only ghosts. There's nothing for our God here. Okay. So that's going to open at some stage. I mean, I might as well take it for now. Oh, fort on the corner, huh? That must be further away than it looks, because it's deceptive as hell, the distances on that map. Ho hum. Decisions. Well, yeah, I might as well follow this road and start making my way towards where what's his name is, haven't I? See what we see along the way. Dale Anderson. Music though. Trader camp. Oh, cool. There's, I'm guessing. On the sounds I'm hearing.
Hello? Who goes there? Wait, you're no bandit.
And that's how you greet somebody you think might be a bandit. You think I'm a bandit? Get the fucking side-by-side out, hon, and aim it at the top of the ladder.
Hello, stranger. This is a surprise. I don't know you from my time in Wyndham, or anyone I've seen here on Midsummer. Come in on a convoy, did you? How did you make your way out here?
Boatman Bill Anderson brought me over. Could I ask you the same thing? Oh, just exploring. Could I ask you the same thing?
I see you've been in the zone long enough to develop some healthy caution, but relax. I'm one of the few friendly faces you'll find here. Besides,
what are you doing here then?
It's literally my job to be nosy. I'm Jenny Coggins. Journalist from London, what seems like a lifetime ago. Came down to write a piece about the Atom Plant. Now I'm stuck here, just like everyone else. Still working on my piece. Though the tone's changed somewhat. That's my story.
You didn't come down,
Now
you
it's your
came up.
turn. What are you looking for on Midsummer, really?
Came from London to write a piece about an atom plant in the north. He came up. Not down. Boom. Little things, you know. What answers about what happens here? Maybe provide some. Heard rumours about mysteries on the isle. Want to find a way out of the zone. Find out about what happened here.
I wish I could answer all your questions, but my picture of this whole mess is still distinctly at the sketch stage. But I know enough to share, so long as you've got something worth sharing back. Since we both seem to be burdened with curiosity, I'll let you in on a secret for free. One that also serves as a warning. The island's got its share of outlaws.
No
Rough
shit,
folk,
Sherlock.
I won't lie. Itching for a scrap if you're out in the open air. I've a truce with them, but you're a stranger here.
Explains why the shotgun
So
wasn't
watch
levelled.
out. Where they camp, however, in a bunker on the northern tip of the island, they can be more reasonable. Jean,
Interesting.
she's their leader. She's usually open to a chat. She's a solid sort, a survivor. I hitched a ride over with her, actually. You might want to pay Jean a visit in that bunker of theirs.
That
Tell
is
her I sent you.
surprising.
You're more likely to get a friendly reception that way. Oh, I've got some stuff to trade as well, if you have any interest. It's really just the outlaws who pass by this way, so I'd appreciate another customer.
What are you doing out here? What do you know about the how do you know the leader of the outlaws? I'd like to trade. What are you doing? How do you know the leader of the outlaws?
We met some time back. It was before the incident, if you can remember such a time. Jean's imposing. And I won't say I exactly endorse what she and her little clan of outlaws get up to, but I found people like her tend to be more trustworthy than some who are of a more official mien, if you take my meaning.
I understand it. I'm not taking it because I think they're as bad as each other, just in a different way. Officially, you talk about soldiers in Wyndham. If you know so well, why aren't you staying with them? Laws exist for a reason. I wouldn't trust anyone unwilling to follow them. Laws exist because far too many people are incapable of doing the right thing without a big stick to make them. That's why laws exist. So I'm not going for such a yeah, that response. Well, she's basically said why she isn't staying with them. She wants to investigate and doesn't really agree with what they're up to. Soldiers in Wyndham?
Yes, the protocol. I will say they have no sway on this little island. All the more reason to at least speak to Jean. Bandits are more likely to stab you in the front than in the back, which is actually a courtesy in the zone. You seem like a curious cat. The kind who likes to sniff about a bit. What do you know of the interchange? Secret facility back on the mainland.
Been inside, I've heard whispers here and there. Why do you ask? Heard it's been locked down for years. Heard whispers here and there. Why do you ask?
Yes, ever since the incident. But I remain hopeful that there's still a way in. I only thought you might... Well, you can't blame me for asking. If you do find anything, let me know, won't you?
Yeah, not sharing that information in a hurry. There's already too many people trying and succeeding to get in the bloody place right
Hello.
now.
Good to see you again.
Found a way in. What are you doing out here?
Research. This story isn't going to write itself. I want to get a full picture of this place. And, well, I'd spent long enough in those woods on the mainland. I thought this island would be quiet. But you'd be surprised the amount of information I've managed to pick up.
What have you heard about the interchange?
Now you have my attention. There's not many
You
talking
asked
about
me.
the interchange these days. It might be more dangerous out here. But staying in the thick of it is the only method of research I have. Oh, the day-to-day of Jean's crew isn't much of a story. You really are the
Scavenge,
person
bonk somebody
I've
on
been
the head,
waiting for.
scavenge.
It seems my
Stab,
luck
stab.
is finally
It's not an
changing.
exciting story.
Let me explain. I used to have a contact who worked in the interchange. He came to me shortly after I arrived. Wanted to blow the whistle on what they were researching in there.
Interesting.
So, we made an agreement. He was to collect evidence of Bard's secret research, and I was to get it onto the front page. But, well, then everything happened. They sealed the interchange before he got any of the documents out to me. But if you can get in, his findings might still be in there, stashed away. I need to know what he found. I need to know what happened to him.
What's your contact direction side with the rest of the scientists? What are you going to do with the information which you have? It sounds like a lot of trouble to me. Slightly annoyed by this. Did not say I'd found a way in there or anything of the sort. Deliberately didn't say that, and now she seems to be acting much like with bloody avowed, as if I told her something I did not. Not a fan of that happening. If I wanted to go down this road, then fine, but yeah, the fact she's just going, oh, you seem to know your way around the place, so yeah. No, she's responding to information she was not given. And, I mean, she could have made a guess, but not the kind of guess that would have led to this kind of a conversation. Not without at least a hop on along the way. So, yeah. Anyway. What's your contact chat inside the rest of the scientists?
Well, he must have been, mustn't he? I thought I saw him once, after the disaster. But I was mistaken. None of the scientists made it out, did they? My faith in the powers that be isn't what it was. The truth needs to be told about this place. It's the only way to hold them accountable for their actions. Listen, I know this much. My contact hid his findings in the pneumatic tube network.
Interesting.
Some sort of fancy storage system that all the Bard facilities used. He gave me a copy of his keycard in case anything happened to him. Here. Use it at the right spots in the tube network, and it should recover anything he hid there. If I ever needed to use it, he told me to start in Wyndham Village. There's an entrance to the interchange there.
Okay.
My contact would have stashed his findings in the interchange tube network. Have a look for them if you can.
Hey, it's odd because the folks behind this need to be held to account. I do agree with you in principle, MB. On the other hand, I have only got her word for it that she's a journalist. And absolutely bugger all evidence to actually support her claim. She hasn't got anything about her, and if she has, she hasn't shown it to me, to suggest that what she's saying is true. And I've just walked in her door. She's nice enough, but I have absolutely no reason to take her at her word at all at this point. So she's a complete stranger, and I just wouldn't be sharing with her. And the fact that she's suddenly like, oh, I know what you're not telling me. She's apparently a mind reader. It's just annoying when that happens to me in a game. It's happening more and more lately, or at least I'm noticing it more and more, and it gets more and more annoying every time I see it, to be honest. Right here. Arrow poison. I bet I can get that without bartering for it. Not that much that's very interesting, though. Take the pistol ammo. I don't want that. Apparently it's, on the other hand, probably enough that I can get rid of here that high fast causes bleed. High fast causes bleed. This is a cooler thing than that, so I'm keeping it. I don't think I've got anything else she's got. That'll do for me.
That's a fair deal.
Wasn't going to bother trading for it, but grab the ability to craft the poison earlier.
Don't be a stranger.
And it needs poison, glue, and cloth. Arrow shot for a short duration will deal poison damage. I'm not going to craft it right now because it'll take up inventory space, I think. But still, interesting. How's it going, Steve? Pack of duct tape, 2 ammo pouches. Whee! Getting some decent junk out of that for sure. let's go the other way. I don't want to pick a fight with those guys if I don't need to. Now, anyway. Well, we'll follow this onwards. So the best way to get up there is around from the north side, isn't it? Run, come this way. That's the Abbey. Not sure what this will be, though. Clearly a certain amount of traffic around the island, given that they've cobbled the paths. If it was a busy tourist location or what, but could have been, to be fair. A knife and some cloth. Not even good. I mean, probably is what she claims to be, but no. I have no additional information to back that claim at the moment. Cool spooky trees on this island.
Let's just come on then, sunshine. You tell her. Get down! Help me! I'm bleeding! What heck?
You son of a bitch.
Go on then. Right. Christ on a bike!
That would be a sight to behold, Christ on a bike, I have to admit. Oh, okay, points to that guy. He was not as stupid as he looks.
You bugger. You'll die here. Heads up, bomb out. Look at me.
Oh, just fucking die, will you, you piece of shit.
Bugger me.
His gun has gotten less accurate, I'm sure of it. I do feel like I was landing shots with much greater ease yesterday. I don't know why I'm not doing today. My fucking grenade only took one of them out. After all that. But I dipped down and he just stood here and just gently lobbed a molly over the top to get me was good work on his part, I have to admit. That was some clever shooting. Or clever molly throwing anyway. Nice bridge. Something has definitely changed though. Doesn't feel right. Hi, Cal. Lime kilns, huh? Good. Yeah, elbow. I saw something moving in there then, and some kind of cave down there. Yeah. Probably a back entrance into the Abbey. Lime kilns are actually at the end, are they? That's interesting. Yeah. I think he's a clever tosser, yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's not that clever. I survived, and all he really achieved was pissing me off, so... As interesting as his strategy was, it didn't work out so well for him.
Those soldiers don't scare me. Bloody suckers, most of them. Don't know what's what.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Put it down while you still can. Where? Bollocks!
I like it. Mostly because your mates piss me off, you get to catch a couple of rifle rounds to the chest. And the head. Well, that's creepy as fuck. I wonder if we'll actually see the plant up close. I don't suppose we will from the outside. I've got a feeling that's the best view we're going to get of the place. Just a hunch. It's not a very effective trap, really, was it? It's like the Oberon entity's mind impact. Well, essentially, don't know much about what this Oberon actually is yet, so. I know. Druid's Tonic. Makeshift tonic brewed by druids in Midsummer Isle. Restores significant amount of health over time, but causes infection. I'm guessing the infected honeycomb is used to produce it. Yeah, there are some new skills in this, and at least some of them I'm not that into. Some of them are a bit like superpowers, and I realise there's bits of it that are leaning towards the supernatural. This game, I mean. I think some of those powers are just a bit too far. get some screenshots saved up. I'm stuck in the water and I can't get out. And we've got leeches that look way worse than the ones you saw before we did. We're closer to the plant and it seems the island has taken even more of a battering from whatever went on over there than the rest of the zone did. Interesting. There's something at the end there. Go and have a look as soon as... I don't know if there'll be a way back up from down here or not. Ho ho ho. No leeches on this side. That's surprising to me. Any of that shit. Can get back up from here. Hotels of some kind. Scrap and stuff. Legendary liquor. Mead made from honey of the Abbey's bees was apparently something of a local delicacy and much sought after for its flavour and reputed medicinal qualities. Mead has a longer life than many wines, but the Abbey's brew is said to be able to survive for many decades, even centuries, thanks to a secret ingredient the monks harvested from the land. Rumours persist that a few bottles of this legendary...
Reloading.
One of ours. Where'd you get to, mate?
This is me going slightly psycho.
I'll have yours.
This gun is definitely less accurate than it was. I don't know why, I can only assume something has changed in the patch and they haven't said anything about the ins and outs of that, because it definitely does not land hits like you did with yesterday. Pre-patch. Hello there, Mr. Blunderbuss. Double shotgun, average damage, causes burn. Doesn't seem it can be upgraded though. Supposedly a journalist. Asked about the interchange, I gave a vague response and she asked me to tell her if I know to get away to inside. And then she just kind of leapt straight to have the full thing, which is a bit much. Gene Hammer and the Lake Bandits, friendly bandit camp. Anyway. Rumours persist that a few bottles of this legendary liquor are still in their possession of the locals and are jealously guarded, but nobody can or will confirm such stories. Okay, there we go. Legendary liquor. Time to try the pistols. I suspect they've been made less accurate too. I'm guessing they were much more reliable and precise than they wanted them to be. Especially given that the ammo is relatively commonplace. The big difference with this is it fires both barrels at once to set enemies on fire, compared to the other one I had. And it's a new gun, we've got to give it a go, right? Right, so I should head up this way and then make my way over there. Bonk. Yeah, it is quite cool. Definitely got more of an improvised vibe. Modified by survivors, maybe. A little bit more eerie, spooky, ghostly sounds. So I could head up that way and it lead me into the... what the hell that is up here. Oh, there's a big old nasty plant. Main abbey is up there, and then there's whatever this epic looking place is. We'll come back and look at that in a bit. Now, I do believe the name of Bernie Face here is about to get effed up. Right and then left towards a heath. Up this way, supposedly. It should be where Bill's all shacked up. Definitely a cool picture to be had here, I think. Atomfall. In the cellar, he said. Guessing it's some kind of root cellar that's accessed from the outside. Looks like it. Better if he needs it. I can see why he might post up here. Entrance isn't quite as hidden as I think I'd want it to be if I was looking for a survive up here. He's got a lot of the druid's tonic down here.
I hear your sweet voice, my love. It's just a whisper. Bugger, this stuff ain't right. It ain't the right stuff.
I got a bad feeling about this. This fella's gone through a fuck lot of that stuff. R.I.P. Kirby in the case of the man from nowhere. Or just rip Kirby, maybe. Comic book for those who are into such things. Lake Bandit ends up there. Okay. Let's see. And come looking for me. My bill. I don't have much strength left in me, but I have to write this even if you never see it. I know this will be hard for you, love, but don't come looking for me. Don't dwell on where I've gone. It's a fool's errand, and you are never a fool. I'll be waiting for you. We will be together one day in a better place, but before that day comes, I want you to get on and live your life. Yours now and forever, Edith. So his wife's gone missing. Wife's missing and he's crazy. He's infected in a big way because he's been drinking large quantities of druid juice. Right, Bill, you bloody weirdo.
Stranger? I didn't hear you come in. Still in one piece then. That's good to see.
What are all these bottles? Who are you talking to? Why did you want me to meet you here? What are all these bottles?
Bottles? Oh, these. They're naught but disappointments, each and every one. None of them work right. I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Listen, we should get to business. I need your help finding something. That's why we're here. This island, it's got an old history of mead making. They've been making mead on this island for as long as anyone can remember. Long before that atom plant were built. 350 years ago, or thereabouts, the monks up in that abbey started brewing the stuff. Became well known for it. That mead was special. Precious stuff. There's odd folk in them ruins now. Been there since the disaster, calling themselves druids and praying to the land. These druids, you see, they've been trying to brew up the mead again. But something about it's not right.
What's so special? What do the druids care about recreating an old mead? Why are you so interested? What was so special about the mead?
Hard to say. Monks wrote that it connected them to something older. Something that came long before us. We used to think it was all just an old ghost story. But since the disaster, since I lost, well, let's just say that there might be more truth to it all than most folk reckoned. That's why I need your help. I need to see for myself if it's true. Point is, there's something wrong with the recipe the druids are using. We used to drink the real stuff back in the day, and whatever the druids are brewing, well, it's missing something. The monk's mead was like nothing else. It put you in touch with what's come before. Made it feel like the past were now somehow. The monks added something to their mead. Something special and secret. Something the druids don't have, or haven't found. Whatever the missing ingredient is, I need to find it.
He's nuttier than squirrel droppings, this fella. Can't blame him. I don't know, he's trying to commune with something that came before, which sounds suspiciously like Oberon. It's all been tied together, you know. Something that was always here, and a voice in the soil, and this, that, and the other, all ties to something that was here before. Ooh, oh, excuse me. And yeah, he's been trying to get back into it since his wife left him. well, disappeared and left him behind. Presumably with everybody else from the village, I guess. And brought me all this way to find you a drink. Why do you want the ingredients so badly? Any clues where it might be? Why do you want this so badly?
That's none of your business. The deal was I bring you to the island and you give me a hand with a job. That's it. You don't need to know my life story for that.
I'm not going to do anything for you until you tell me what you want. Easy now, you seem troubled, no one to help. Whatever you know might help me find this ingredient. That might work. I think he's going to take that as being a bit more patronising and probably not respond well to it. Could threaten him. That might get me where I want to be, but I don't really want to go that way. I think I'll go with praying. Might help me find the ingredient.
If it would help, I'd tell you. It's got naught to do with whether I trust you or not. The Abbey had a brewery, not far from here. In ruins now, of course, but the druids are always nearby, so I've never had a chance to get a proper look inside. But the secret to making the monk's mead will be in there, hidden away. I'm sure of it. Please, if you could find a way in there, might be we could get our hands on that ingredient, whatever it is, before the druids find it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like he was talking to his departed wife, but then again, I'm guessing that this mead, this drink that the druids are brewing, which says it doesn't do the job. I think it's all connecting back to the same thing, to be honest, but it wouldn't be his wife's voice he's hearing. Mind you, he may not be aware of that, and he may be just twisting it around in his head, so... Yeah, I don't think it's making him relive memories or anything like that. I think it's connecting him, if anything, to opening him up, making him more sensitive to the whisperings of Oberon, whatever it is. Same as it does with the druids, and same as the druids do with their listening to the voice in the soil. I think it's all the same thing, or at least all connected. And I think he's probably just misinterpreting it. Don't know about this. You're acting strange. What's in it for me? I'll get this ingredient. You're acting... Well, kind of. All of these have some value. He is acting strange, and I'm not sure about this. I kind of want to go up there and do it anyway. And what's in it for me? I'm going to go with this one, because I think from an RP standpoint, I like that more. You're being weird.
Strange. I'm desperate. Can't you see that? Please, I'm... All right. I'll give you the truth, but I'm not mad. Do you hear? I lost someone. Edith, my wife. She passed not long ago.
Did she?
She was the one bright light in this place. And I'll tell you, each day that passes without her is harder than the one before. But ever since that atom plant went up in flames, I've been hearing a voice on the wind calling to me, coming from this island. Sometimes, when I'm out here alone, I swear I can hear her singing, clear as day. They say the Isle's connection to the past is strong here, like it were the here and now. By Edith. I'd give anything to be able to talk to her again. Even if it were just once. The monk's special ingredient, what they put in their mead, that's my way to reach her. I've never been so sure about in all my years. I must have it. Please. Here, take this flask. My wife, she gave it to me. I'll mark the old brewery ruins on your map, please. Help me find whatever the monks hid over there. Even a drop of whatever their secret ingredient were might do the trick.
And I'm not convinced. I don't think he's hearing her at all. Everyone absorbs memories, possible. Don't really... I don't know. I don't see any connection to Oberon absorbing memories or anything like that. Did I know the captain will give you clues as to where to go and fish? No, but I'm not terribly surprised by the revelation. More to look into. I've got a shit lot to do on that front tomorrow. So that's where the brewery is, up that way. Well, guess we'll make our way over there and see what's happening. If they dash past, apparently. Oh dear. Bloody plant again. Why have I got an empty flask? I assume it's going to become relevant. Don't really want that, or most of this, to be honest. Go. Yeah, I think he's probably just hearing Oberon's voice, which is unclear and distorted at the best of times, and interpreting it as something it isn't. My guess. It's actually further to the south. Okay. It's something somewhere back here. Vested forest. No, you're right, you bloody don't.
Heretics will die. I'll find you something. I'm mad. Be more careful, for goodness sake.
Hey! I don't know who's managing to shoot me there, but they certainly shouldn't be able to. Annoyed by some of that.
That's bad. That's really bad.
Motherfuckers. Was that Sheffield on the floor I just walked past? Yeah, pretty much. I dealt with it with a Molotov. I'm going to do again, apparently. I'll not have that. Last time it killed it. This time it did not. I think there's an element of random to things like this. Some things may just be a little bit tougher than one roll to the next. Finished it off. Yeah, thought I might get my arrow back, but I did not.
I'm bleeding.
Did?
Careful! You won't get jammy twice! Faster got another! Come on!
Alright, a little bit better that time. Thought I hit that one. Was right down your frickin' ear hole. How are you not hurt to dead? Oh, missed.
That's really bad.
Fortunately, it also makes them bleed, so... Objection. Why the fuck do some of these druids have X-ray vision? Well, that wasn't what I was going for, but I'll take it. Probably got more practice than me. Yeah, that's a fair point. Hello, Midsummer bow, you say? So this one is high damage, very quiet. Average damage, very quiet, but faster draw speed. That explains why they're able to get more shots off of me. Because they can fire faster, but they can't do as much damage. So I hit the headshot. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, these ones are. Some of them are, anyway. They've also got similar ones to base game masks. Big old wicker man in the woods. I don't know if it's a weapon thing or if it's something else, but I'm swinging a lot more slowly than I was previously. And these fuckers do a lot more damage than they used to. Swarms do. Everything on this fucking island is way more dangerous. Oh, man. They left the territory. Clearly crossed the invisible line on the floor that blatantly was the limit of it. Hmm. My health is kind of fucked, isn't it?
Get out! You will be more use dead.
That's not the bow I should have.
Time to bleed. Must be over this way.
He's got a bow.
Heretics will die. Help me! I'm bleeding! Oh, I'll break. Them up. I'm gonna. Oh! I'm bleeding! Whoa!
Fucker. None of that went in any way the way I wanted it to. I'm gonna have to reload because it's not gonna. That totally landed. So did that. I'm out of arrows now. Alright, fine, fuck off. I wouldn't say it's really a kukri either. It's supposed to be a cutlass. That's not part of the plan either. I don't think it's really either one, to be honest. Yeah, cutlass. It's not the wrong shape for a cutlass. It's not exactly what I'd say was the right shape neither, though. Now, Kukri's got more of a curve to it. The size is about right, though. It says cutlass. Definitely ain't what a kukri looks like.
You will be more use dead.
Oh, fuck up.
I'm bleeding. Christ, what just
Watch yourself, mate. I'm shooting a fucking bow at you.
Now to you. Moved. Help me! I'm dead.
Annoyingly durable is what you are. Right over your shoulder, which is very nice.
Help me! I'm really hurt. Need to carve them up.
Fuck this shit. See how well you get on with modern fucking technology, eh? Ah, it's not even loaded! Now you're fucking running, aren't you? Lay the fuck down, motherfucker. Pretty hugging twat. Ow! Oh, I'm done with you. Your own fucking mother won't recognise you. Can't even hear anything because I'm bleeding out. I'm very close to be dead anyway. I'm going to reload again in a minute because I'm not happy with any of this turn of events either. Anyway, you bloody coward. Motherfucker's got an fucking naturally solid skull.
This looks bad.
Yep, that looks bad, alright. Anyway. Oh, ooh. Shoulder's a bit short, so lots of bits of me are like sore today. Yeah. Fuck it, what's the point? Meet Parson this time. Using the other bow on stealth's been blind, yeah. I think if it gets to the point where this bow is not effective anymore, I'll switch to a more modern approach. Because the other bow does shoot a bit faster, but not a great deal. Enough when it's in a 1v1, but still. But a headshot doesn't kill with it, so it's an acceptable turn of events either. Not sure where all these fuckers are still coming from. Swing faster! I have plenty of stamina. I wonder if that farming knife would go to swing faster. Oh, I sold it, didn't I? Oh, it's not as cool as this. Totally not a anything really. Handguard's consistent with a
You are troubling.
a cutlass. The blade is close but way too short. Piss off then.
Must have spooked them.
Yep. Right. Was rudely interrupted. Oh, that's what's going on here. Some kind of swarm-bearing druid here. Beekeeper, okay. Interesting. Right, I think we're making progress. Keep a club. Nearly a heavy weapon. Frickin' shillelagh, isn't it? Causes poison, average damage and attack speed though. See the appeal. Not as appealing as the bow though. Right. To be honest, I should just probably punch those things and punch faster. Probably do the job. Right, so I need to find out what this secret ingredient is. And then get some for Billy Boy. What if that beekeeper was just a unique one-off named enemy? Because I kind of get the vibe he might have been. Lost some cloth, I need some of that, don't I? Because I made a molly and used it. Kidding me, right? Interesting. Played by Jason Statham. I hear that movie was even worse than the trailer looked, because the trailer looked really shit. Yep, punching them is the way. Whacking stick. Nah, can't carry it. Well, I'd have to drop something I want more in favour of it. Photo mode sorted. Oh, would it be better off taking a picture from the other? No, I wouldn't be better off taking a picture from the side anyway. And some notes, presumably, to tell me what ingredient the monks were using in their mead. Druid manuscript, the bee. Oh, this is going to be interesting. A manuscript created by the Druids of Midsummer army, which appears to imitate an old medieval style. Illustrations feature a druid beside a beehive and barrels of mead. Virtues in the land, and as we take form, the land. Is that supposed to be from the land? So we take virtue is in the land, and as we take form, the land, so virtue comes unto us. Okay. Consider the bee. It's industrious and diligent, and how it gathers nectar and pollen for the hive without dissent or selfishness. By its industry, it gives us the boon of its honey, and the honey makes our blessed mead, and so we are joined with the land. Okay, I see. You're nuts. As usual. Yeah, I clocked the cellar. I'd have a look around before I went down there, though. Entirely different room. Now I'm very much glad I did.
What's in the soil unites us all.
Fuck, wrong button. So, copy DM or something?
I see you over there.
Come on, come out where I can shoot you then.
Where have you got to? Heretics will die.
For the love of fucking Christ.
You little.
Fucking durable, these motherfuckers. One thing that I am not impressed with thus far is that having come into this, they've bumped the difficulty in the least interesting possible ways. Compared to the base game, suddenly my guns are not doing what they did. You know, put a bullet in somebody's head in the base game, they go down, they stay the fuck down, unless they're wearing a big ass helmet or something, in which case it might take 2 shots. Unfortunately right now, however, putting bullets in people's heads and they're just shaking them off. Okay, no. My bow that was doing one-shot headshots on even on druids is suddenly not doing that. Like, really? And this gun seems to be less effective, I guess, less accurate rather. I'm guessing all guns are. Already saw pistols are anyway. Yeah, and yeah, if it has a higher swing speed though, it'll do less damage. Pretty sure it does. Well, the cutlass should have the same stats apparently as the farming knife I had before, but it doesn't seem to have. Average damage, fast speed, causes bleed. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't do as much damage. And it's supposed to be a fast speed and high damage, so it should be better across the board. Just for some reason the fast speed seems to be significantly slower than it was yesterday. The farming cutlass, yeah. Orchard's Earth. Message carved on stone found in an old section of the brewery. Angel's essence lies within. A key belongs to the Orchard's Earth. Ah. Buried in the orchard somewhere, I'm guessing. Oh. Doing 11:30. Not the orchard, anyway. Guessing somewhere out here, my metal detector's going to go haywire and tell me where the key is. It hasn't done anywhere I've noticed yet. What was Norman's noise that didn't amount to much? Ooh, hello. Vector Mark II schematics. And... yeah, cool. Follow the attached instructions to upgrade the metal detector. Expand detection spectrum to cover overwrite signals. Dr. P's note. Evidence suggests the 17th century monks had their hands on stuff. Remarkable. Need to search the ruins. They might have buried something here to help us with the Windscale mess. Better than waiting around like lemons for another month. Attached to the note is a hand-drawn schematic of a metal detector with instructions of how to upgrade it. Excellent. So I was on the right path. Metal detector Mark II, Bard. This will presumably switch to an ordinary one if it doesn't say Bard on it. Cool. Yeah, definitely looks cool. Well, his little doohickey down there is, but still. Now suggests I ought to be able to detect overwrite stashes. So it's material which we have, which is included in making, which is used in making atomic batteries and stuff, and also daggers in this. Particular DLC, as I understand it. I suppose it's going to be there, though. And this is how we do it. Brewery cellar key. Tattered monk's writing. Page is hundreds of years old, barely preserved in the case it's buried in. We may soon be buried, but our final bottles will be left for future generations to taste and find enlightenment. An angel came to this land, and from its essence was born our mead. To drink of the essence is to banish death, to become ancient, to be joined as one, to know us as we once were and forever will be. That bard note we found, or that Ilya found, the Soviet spy, suggested that at least one of the scientists felt that the Oberon, whatever it is extraterrestrial in origin. And a bunch of monks from the Middle Ages finding something like that might easily go, yeah, it's an angel, instead of it's a extraterrestrial. Attempt recipe again. All that started with the mead, the monks' last bottles opened our ears to the soil and gave us a purpose when their science city succumbed to flame and trapped us here. We must attempt the recipe again. We've harvested much from our land and the sacred cave, but our dead brothers' voices only get louder, not clearer. We work diligently, sisters and brothers. Let any would stop us water the soil with their blood. Yeah, again, should. Still true. A bunch of crazy-ass druids trying to get in touch with the voice in the soil. These motherfuckers! Why would it just be through a hole in the wall? Why would they not put a door or something there? Yeah, that is, depending on which bit you read, certainly the case. Which angel you're talking about as well. There is a certain amount of range to their appearance, from what I understand. One angel to another, variety, or whatever you call it. Really? Angel's Essence. You drank from the Angel's Essence, opening your mind to memories of the past and giving you access to powerful skill relating to something. Decomposition. Yeah, that's one I'm not going to be using. Your mind has a newfound connection to the soil through drinking the Angel's Essence, the elixir created by the old monks of Midsummer Isle. You find and view fragments of memories from the time of the Abbey. Attunement. Crouch and remain still for a short duration to see the movements of others around you. And decomposition. Performing a takedown while infected will cause the body to rapidly decompose into fungal spores. The remains will not be detected by enemies. See, this is the overly supernatural things. And the rest of it so far has had at least something of a foundation in sanity. Ignitus's memory.
And so the devising occurred to me all of an instant, and I therefore regard its origin as divine.
I understand the need for sure and certain action, and that for secrecy. But secrecy among ourselves, Father Abbot?
These 4 keys guard our greatest secret, and what we do not know cannot be communicated to our enemies, even under the question, Ignatius.
But the outline of the plan we agreed upon still stands. The crypt shall be sealed for 100 years until these spiteful enemies are dust.
Of course. In taking these keys, I shall see to it that the angel is not disturbed.
There's a crypt sealed by 4 keys. Drinking the angel's essence from the brewery cellars, connecting my mind to the past, I was able to relive a memory of the monks from centuries ago. Discussion between the abbot and the prior about the crypt beneath the church. From memory, I learned that the heart of the abbey crypt is sealed behind a door that requires 4 special keys to open.
You do not trust my plan?
The keys must be hidden, and your presence is always noticed, my friend. I have chosen 3 I can trust with them.
But, Father Abbot, such choices! In this letter, I spoke plain my concern, yet you would still trust these brothers over your prior.
I have chosen those who have remained pious, Ignatius. My decision is final.
Memory of a note. The keys, that you mean to entrust the 3 keys to those brothers, Father Abbot, troubles me gratefully. Brother Osborne looks to the clouds and the stars rather than attend mass. He stands all day and all night atop the tower. His head is in the heavens, but Brother Lantred, he spends all his hours at his quarry. I swear his heart is made of lime. As for Brother Aldred, his diligence amongst the manuscripts is well known, but I fear his meekness leaves him unequipped for such a task. I beg you, Father Abbot, return the keys to me. These brothers do not comprehend the angel's voice as I do. Prior Ignatius. Okay. Right. Interesting.
But Father, I see no reason to alter what I had already set in place. The sacristan is a good, trustworthy man. To have the keys taken from him.
That was no reflection on him. I only believe that the new devisement is the more privily done. You do trust my judgment, do you not, Brother Pryor?
Yes, of course. Only the angel...
The angel shall be kept secretly, I assure you. Safe in the crypts, and far from the eye of man.
And what of the fourth key?
The fourth key I shall keep for myself.
As you wish, Father Abbot.
I figured that much already. Did I get yeah, I did get the memory one. I don't think you get a choice. I don't think you can take I mean, I suppose you could not do the DLC, but you know, if you want to advance the story in the DLC, you basically have to do that, I think. I know, mate. It's getting a little bit supernatural for me. I don't particularly object to the idea that monks might believe it was an angel and stuff, but like, this whole thing's getting a bit weird. Memories from the past and stuff. I feel like it's a fantastical element that doesn't quite fit. Oh. Right, well, we're going to turn this in for now. Interesting. That I would like to take, but I'd need 5. And possibly a couple of those at some point. Things could be part of the World 3 advanced science for understanding it. Maybe. I remain unconvinced of that. But these monks certainly didn't have access to it. They simply brewed up some essence and were able to see the past. And now, apparently, because I'm infected with something, nah, doesn't work. Does not work for me at all. And the technology just isn't here. And even if it was, it wouldn't belong in this setting. It's stocked back up again now.
That ingredient is in the brewery, I'm sure of it. Please, find some and bring it back for me.
I mean, yeah, it is, but it's also a little bit on the Deus Ex Machina side of things. It's just hand wave away something that conveniently will allow us to advance the story because it's technology we don't understand yet. Do better. Nah, I'm not down for that. Definitely not an approach to writing like an individual character might not understand, fine, but it is there a way to just kind of, explain something that you don't have an answer to explain? Oh, it's fine, we just don't understand it. No, it's not strong writing in my view. Have the ingredient you wanted. What is that going in the woods nearby? You said you've tasted the monk's meat before. Where did you find it? Sorry for your loss. Your wife, I'm sorry for your loss.
That's kind of you to say. When she died, it hollowed me out. Left a void I've not been able to fill since. Never got used to her being gone. Don't suppose I ever will. Still wake up, half expecting to see her beside me. Never stops hurting. But if you can find that ingredient for me, well, we'll be together again. Aye, we will.
Yeah, you're wildly guessing out of a desperate hope there. You said you tasted the monk's meat before. Where did you find it?
We drank it on occasion, in the fishing village. Back before everyone left, of course. I used to live there, with my wife. Bottles of the monk's meat got handed down through the generations. We kept them to ourselves, mostly. All drinking the stuff on special occasions. Unlike anything else I've had. Made you feel good, you know? Like you were part of something special.
What's that growing in the woods nearby?
Beats me. Odd-looking stuff. Old mushroom-like. Something not right about it, that's for sure. There's them
That's
as
true.
say it's part of whatever leaked out of that atom plant. So I'd be wary of getting too close if I were you.
Yeah, most things beyond our understanding like that are just not things we encounter, though. To a degree, scientists might to an extent, but for the most part, that's just theoretical. And even then, they just generally leave it up as a big gap here that we don't understand. Got some ideas what could potentially explain it. That's about it. They don't try and just hand wave away stuff. Doesn't really work that way. It's just, oh, well, here's this thing that we've stumbled onto that we don't understand how it works. No. Doesn't work. Similarities to Shattered Spaces plot. Hearing voices. Yeah. I mean, the most common cause to hearing voices is something's gone wrong in your brain. One way or another, be that because you took something or damaged something or something, but generally it's your brain's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's responding to signals it's not getting. Usually.
Bloody hell, you found it? Just when I was starting to give up hope too.
Theoretical
Thank you,
assistance is
friend.
like, yeah.
Something to show me gratitude.
There's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it, and using it as a hand wave for something you can't write your way around is the way not to do it, which is what's happening here. And no, it's just bad. I'm not in for that. It works, I can really feel the past. Be careful, I drank some out of strange reaction. That room in the brewery looked like it hadn't been used in years. Room in the brewery looked like it hadn't been used in years.
Aye, probably abandoned since Monk's days centuries ago. See? Told you there were secrets buried here. Right, give us that flask. Been waiting too long for another taste.
He'd poison that thing and he'd just down it in one, wouldn't he? Something wrong here. I'm not giving you the ingredient. I'm not sure this is the best way to deal with your wife's death.
Please, I need this. I'm nothing without her. I'm nothing. I don't care.
Ain't coming
if
back.
The damn stuff is dangerous. I've got to try some of it. I just want to be with her. Consequences be damned.
That's not very bright. The smart thing to do would be to say no, but he'll probably end up topping himself. He's probably going to end up doing that either way.
Finally! Oh, Edith, I finally have it. I'll be with you soon, my love. Edith, your voice. Oh God. Oh, oh God.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I have been called forth.
The fuck?
I thought it might be like waking, but I feel that no more time has passed than is necessary to blink. I blink, and the world has changed. I have changed. The flesh weighs upon me differently now.
What the fuck just happened? No, you don't sound like Bill. Sounds like some of Bill. Sounds like somebody who's filtered through Bill.
Bill? Ah, I understand you. He has gone now. I taste the old memories of this body. A boatman. He has gone now. He is one with the mass.
Yes,
I feel
he's very
the
dead.
passage of the years, and it is of no more significance than the pages of a book, their edges stroked beneath the thumb. I count perhaps 350 pages, the leaves, the rush of the ages. I was once the prior of the abbey here.
Oh, interesting.
My name was Ignatius, I think. 350 years, all in a blink. The Mass calls me up to be its voice, to enact its will.
Seems to have been possessed by Prior Ignatius. Yeah. Take it Bill is dead then.
Quite the contrary. He is made eternal, his soul at one with the rest of my brothers.
Yes,
You are
would have been
concerned
easier.
with the flesh, and understandably so. But it is as ephemeral as a mayfly. It is the spirit that endures.
Yes,
The
pigs
angel
fly
that
and monkeys
fell
have
has
wings.
slept these long ages, but now it stirs. We again hear the voice of God and hearken to it. The soil whispers anew across the water, and the isle listens.
Oberon.
The dream of life fades as true life returns to this land.
Interesting. Sounds like an off-brand. Yeah, there's definitely some of that that the performance was aiming for. I think there. Yeah, definitely. How are you still alive? Evicting a man from his body's evil. Let him be. Yeah, probably true. But somehow I think he's actually already dead and won't be coming back. What is this formal an angel? I don't understand how he's alive. He's not. Yeah, let's go with that one. No, I want to know what's for. I'm not going to get an answer to either of these, I don't think.
It is part of the divine, sent to us as a gift. Your heart and mind are insufficient to compass its glory. Even we, within the Order, can only guess at the span of its full effulgence. Our Order uncovered these truths 350 years ago. My brothers and I never truly died here. We lived on in the land. God allowed us to share our knowledge with one another, unfettered by time and failings of flesh. Since that time, the angel has slept, and my brethren with it. We did not intend more than a century of slumber, but it is no matter. Now we are all connected through this sacred plot, this blessed place.
Yeah, I want to go back and ask previous questions, but I can't because annoyingly the dialogue system moves on and gives me the opportunity to cycle back. It does bug me when systems do that. But anyway, what do you mean by the mass? Why have you been reborn now? You sound like the Druids. That's not particularly helpful. What do you mean by the mass?
You are beginning to understand. That is impressive. By sacrificing the flesh, one may experience immortality. That is what it means to join with the mass. Enough talk. I have purpose, and I must set to work with dispatch. Now, the abbot, our leader, what did he intend? Wait, aberration? Where is the abbot's mind? What did he will? Did he not join with the mass?
So, the memory of an abbot and a prior from another time, was that you? Don't want anything to do with this. Who's this abbot? So, a memory of an abbot and a prior from another time.
Then you must also feel a bond with the mass. Perhaps that is a bond from which profit may be sought. 350 years ago, we were all to go to the Angel to join with the mass. The abbot, his mind should be intertwined with ours, but I cannot feel it. Wait, but I recall. His body joined us, but his mind did not. He kept it from us. To separate himself was sinful, but he must atone. We must reclaim the abbot's remains. Without him, we are as a ship without a navigator. And you, perhaps there is a reason God has placed you before me. You must be the one to find our lost abbot and return him to the mass. You have been selected by God as a vessel of change. This is a great honor.
Somewhere in there, this is madness, and I smell a great deal of bullshit. If you're all so annoying, why do you need my help? If Yahweh is dead, what good will come from finding him? Yeah, that one.
Perhaps you have not internalized my teachings after all. The spirit does not die here. If his body can be recovered, he can be joined with the mass as the rest of my brothers have. This is not without recompense. There is much I can offer you. Are you not here in a search for understanding? I can aid you in that. Escape I can also offer you, but know this, that there can be no escape without understanding. I must find the abbot. There is a cave
something similar,
where the relics most sacred to our order were kept. If there is any way to find the abbot's remains, that cave may lend a trace to the trail. The druids that swarm this isle now have no understanding of the importance of our mission. Prepare yourself for their hostility.
I think they're approaching something similar by a different road, actually. Yes. Well. Interesting. My guess for now is that this angel is in some way connected to whatever Oberon is. Either is Oberon, or is a piece of Oberon, wherever Oberon is, or is of the same nature as Oberon, whatever that might end up meaning. What? Okay. You know, if Oberon were hypothetically an alien, it would be another alien, something like that, you know. Or if it's a, I don't know, fungal colony, it might be another fungal colony that is maybe an offshoot of it, something like that. And as such, it's they're either connecting back to Oberon, or indirectly, or having a similar but slightly different reaction. But I am a little bit concerned. Yeah, I assume it's something along those lines. I'm a little bit concerned that this is going to suffer from complete story that they're then trying to tack a bit onto problem, in that they end up feeling like they have to go bigger and more crazy and fantastic and try and shoehorn stuff in that really doesn't fit into the story, because the metaphysical element of this so far, I mean, the voice in the ground is weird enough, but it could just be, you know, some shit that got into the druids' brains one way or another and has infected them and is making their brains not function properly. That's a perfectly reasonable explanation, be that drugs or, you know, spores or whatever. And we haven't heard anything. We know there's some kind of fungus that it produces weird effects on the brain already, because that's what the training stimulants are. So that's fine. It's tolerably weird. In this case, being able to see and communicate with the long dead, yeah, it feels like they're shoehorning in some supernatural to go bigger and more impressive in some way, and might end up not being such a great thing. Bit of sequel syndrome, maybe, in a way. I don't know. See how I feel. But I do have a few concerns about the way this might be going. Tolerably weird. It's definitely a t-shirt. Yeah. We'll see, I guess. Anyway, we're going to push on with this. It'll probably be next week now. I'll have to decide when. Monday, maybe? Might have to be Monday. Yeah, as we've got a whole bundle of stuff. He says, nearly dropping his pen. We've got a whole bundle of stuff to push on with and get stuck into over the next few days. So, streaming-wise, tomorrow will be Fallout. We'll dive into the fishing stuff. And then Thursday, Friday, we'll be back to Oblivion, which I'm looking forward to. One thing I have got a slight issue with is I'm going to have to put extra time into the season, because I don't have very many score boosters at the moment. No, I wouldn't really say they're classic sci-fi ideas. And even if they are, that's no excuse for bad writing. Like infections and connections to things and fungus and stuff like that, that's not so much science fiction. It's just, standard. That's the way the brain works. It's the way drugs work and chemicals and things like that. And not being that out there for sci-fi, I don't really care what it's got to do with sci-fi. It's not relevant. It's whether or not it's too out there for the story and the setting that they've created here, and it just doesn't fit with it. It's not in alignment with everything else that's going on. If they suddenly said, oh, there's a weird portal that takes me to Mars, and then the next DLC takes place on Mars, I wouldn't be buying into that. It just doesn't make any sense. The Starship Enterprise comes down and beams me the fuck up in the middle of Atomfall. It's a stupid idea. Yeah, it's a perfectly reasonable sci-fi trope, but sci-fi element, but it wasn't belong in this game, or in this story. So yeah, no, I'm not impressed thus far, and I think they are in the wrong way. I suspect they are running seriously in danger. We'll see whether or not they pull it off, but yeah, I get a feeling this might be a disappointing, spoiling addition to a good story. But we'll see. Yeah. Yesterday was possible game of the year. Well, the core game is still great, and I'm still very impressed with it. It's just this bit that's tacked on that I think is a problem. It doesn't change how I feel about the core game at all. Yeah, we'll see how we do, though. Yeah. I think Monday, Tuesday would be the best way to do this. Definitely need to figure out what I'm doing with the season this time around. I don't have the score boosters to get through it quickly, but we should have a couple of extra weeks this time around, I think. So we'll see how we do. Video-wise, we've got 2 more videos on the patch notes to come because they're ridiculously huge and unwieldy. So yeah, that's Wednesday and Thursday planned. Friday probably won't have a video, and then Saturday will be the other build that I have on the go, which you'll get a little look at tomorrow anyway, because camp's already done, dusted, and it's in game, so we will be hanging out there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly going to give it a fair crack in me, for sure, but it has not started in a way that I'm hugely impressed by. If it was its own separate thing, it would be fine. I just don't think it fits with this thing, That's the biggest issue. Like somewhere else I could live with it if it was a different game or something like that, but it's tacked onto something that it doesn't gel with so far. We'll see what happens. That's the thing with the mystery and stuff. There's always questions and stuff. There's one thing that has been mildly frustrating with the base game. And I don't know that I have a problem with it yet, but it is mildly frustrating. That I know there are answers to questions I have buried somewhere, and they're just kept slightly out of my reach. And yeah, that tends to piss me the fuck off, that. This is where I start pulling toenails off until people start telling me what I need to know. And yeah. One way or another. So, gonna push on. We'll see how Fallout goes tomorrow. It'll be interesting. Tomorrow I've got to figure out the perk changes and stuff like that and tweak my build accordingly. And have that done in time for the stream, as well as doing the videos. Up to my eyeballs in Fallout. We'll see how we do. It'll be cool. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. Hope you've had fun. We will dive back to Atomfall on Monday. Back to the Wicked Isle. See how it goes. Yeah. You know where the buttons are if you haven't already. Social media links in description. Like, subs, notification bell, and channel memberships if you're interested, and all that good stuff. I do appreciate. And yeah, we'll pick up Fallout around about 8 o'clock tomorrow, I think. I don't have to wait to get started on the video tomorrow, so hopefully I should be able to get a little bit more ahead. I have to make sure I'm up at a sensible time in the morning and I can crack on. So, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Say, enjoying the base game. This is a little iffy. Anyway, yeah. Have a good evening. Have a good rest of your day tomorrow. I can't even fucking think straight anymore. I'm too tired and worn out by this. My brain hurts. Yeah. No, it's not the wait for answers. It's the withholding. And I'm not going to tolerate people trying to hold things over me. I'm not down for that. That's how you get hurt. Anyway, yeah, until tomorrow. Have a good night. See you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Look after yourselves. All that good stuff. See you then. All right, folks.